Charles IV, King of Bohemia.
Howdy and hello and welcome back to another stream of Kingdom Come Deliverance, the first one of our very first playthrough. And yeah, today was session number 5 already, even though we're still very early into the game. But yeah, today is still about, you know, getting the hang of some of the mechanics and maybe furthering our training. I think there's still some advanced combat techniques we can learn from the sergeant. So I'd like to do that today. And yeah, there's also still a couple of codex entries to read up on. But we're almost in the finishing stages of like our current progress in that regard. So yeah, almost fully caught up with the reading. Hello there, Dr. Darling. Welcome in. Kingdom came and delivered. It sure has. Hope you're having a nice weekend so far. Haha, another codex entry. How exciting. Nice one, dude. Haha, eine andere Codex-Seite. Wie aufregend. Ist es eine Codex-Seite oder ein Codex-Eintrag? Das ist die Frage. Ich denke, in dem Sinne wäre es ein Codex-Eintrag. Aber ja, wie aufregend. Got a bit of extra German there. Okay, first things first. Let's start by having a look at our current stats here. They're pretty good. I mean, energy is a bit lower, but we can still keep on going a while longer. Last time we unlocked the ability to sell stolen goods to the millers. That's gonna come in quite handy. We also have a dagger now, which we can use to assassinate in stealth. Which I haven't tried yet, but I would like to. And yeah, we definitely need some new items, like the jerkin are pretty much like worthless at this point, I think. But then again, we can't really run around in stolen stuff that much, can we? People might notice. You know, I guess we could try to find some of the treasure map items. But they might mess with the progression, you know, because it's supposed to be like DLC content and holds like very valuable kind of gear potentially. But yeah, I mean, if I'm in the area of one of those, then might be worth checking out. Hello there, Conrad. Welcome in. Damn, 70 hours into AC Shadows. So what's your verdict, Dr. Darling, after so many hours? Do you like it? Okay, I think we could try to meet with Captain Bernard again. He should be inside Rete. Ah, did you? Well, that's good though, that the game could win you over, you know, more kept on going. I'm certainly looking forward to play it. I'm definitely itching to get into it, you know, because any new AC game, like even if it's a Quebec iteration, you know, I'm still like interested in it. But yeah, we have to wait a bit longer.
Come on up and take a look. I've got everything you need, day or night, at home or at work.
gotta figure out the pickpocketing minigame proper and have more time. It's probably easier on like a static target. Did she notice? I guess not. Oh. She did.
You, stop right where you are.
That's bullshit.
Surrender! You've committed a violation. You're under arrest. Stop. Hear me.
What the fuck?
You were seen stealing. Well, you won't forget this in a hurry, because it'll take a nice pile of coin to fix it.
That was so weird. You know, first, how did that guard notice that, you know, we were stealing? Doesn't make any sense, you know, we came from that other direction. I mean, yeah, that's the programming, I guess, you know, that every guard knows what you've done all of a sudden. But you would expect you could at least, you know, run and as long as you don't return to that general area, you know, you should be fine. Or until a certain time has passed, more guards know that you have robbed. Or try to. But that's bullshit. But, you know, he knew that. And then it kind of like showed me the left bumper and A. It looked like a button combination you had to press to surrender. I guess it was only A for surrender, so I kind of like first grabbed him and then I surrendered. Even though he was about to give up, and it's like slapstick humor. But yeah, kind of ridiculous, I have to say, that I have to sacrifice half of my money now for this situation. It's a bit funny to me how, you know, this game is of course supposed to be quite immersive and focus on realism. And we just had so many like situations that were kind of like the opposite.
The Lord of the Duat awaits.
The Lord of the Duat awaits? Yeah. For the guard, it does. Now his parkouring is awesome. Yasuke moves a bit faster than Eivor. I actually expected Yasuke to be slower. So that's a bit surprising at least. But yeah, even though, you know, you still don't have like some of the abilities I would love to see in parkour, I'm still looking forward to play as Naoi. She definitely has some, you know, nice tools and, you know, movement abilities. And it's just crazy how fast Naoi is. You know, it's like, I don't know, a cannonball type of speed. Hello there, Ogoki, welcome in. Hello there, Afro, welcome in as well. May the hidden one greet you. Good morning, Lucinda, welcome in. It's going alright so far, we're just getting started really. And first thing I did try to pickpocket from an L woman. I failed, then ran away, and then a guard immediately knew that I was the thief, even though he came from the other direction. And yeah, now we're in this situation. So that's been Kingdom Come so far today. But yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to playing more of this. Maybe learn some more combat moves and, you know, get proficient in killing, spilling some blood. But yeah, how's it going for you? How was The Last of Us Part 2? I hope you've been enjoying the PC port so far. I couldn't really watch at all because I was just trying to avoid spoilers as much as possible. But yeah, I hope you had a good time. Yeah, I got caught by a guard that magically knew about me being a thief. It's kind of funny how that works, was like programmed to this game. You know, that you do a misdeed and it doesn't matter where the guards are. Like even though you're kind of like running into their direction and there's no way it even spread that far, like that information. They will still know about it. But yeah, I thought I could at least run from the, you know, thieving attempt. Yeah, fair enough to the darling. Well, it's good you can at least do some parkour with Yasuke, because it would be kind of a bummer if you couldn't even, you know, climb at all. I feel like that already is kind of like a reason not to play Yasuke quite as much, you know, just because of how limited he is. In terms of like where I can go. I mean, it does limit exploration, I would reckon. But yeah, it's good he at least has like some basic abilities. Yeah, Vimela would be like, I taught you better. Yeah, hello again, Ogoki.
Odin is with us!
Ah, I got you, listener. Yeah, that's understandable, you know. With like a very story heavy and like also longer than the first type of game. Especially if you want to cover, you know, a lot of the in-depth story information. And of course, like streaming can also, you know, add a decent amount of time on top. But yeah, definitely hope you've been enjoying the PC port so far, though. Okay, let's see if we can talk ourselves out of this.
Just my luck. Look, I can't tell you anymore. The fate of the whole empire hangs in the balance between King Wenceslas and King Sigismund. High politics, you know? Not a peep to anyone.
My heart bleeds for you.
Well, that didn't work. We could try to flee, but I'm just gonna pay up.
All right, here you are.
You've purged yourself before the law, but I'll be keeping an eye on you. You can be sure of that. And since I trust you as much as I trust, well, a thief, I'll just search you to be on the safe side. Better hand over the loot now.
You know, you can't even look into someone's pocket without having to pay 60 groschen. Extortion, I tell ya. Okay, let's head over to the combat arena. I mean, I wouldn't mind also like continuing with the main quest, but I think it has to be earlier in the day than this. We could check it out at least. Ah, gotcha, listener. Yeah, that makes sense. I remember the first game, whenever they loaded like a new area, was like definitely struggling to keep up. So I can only imagine how it might be if it's like, you know, even larger areas. Did it take very long to load all the shaders before you could actually play the game? Because I remember the first game that took also a good amount of time to preload those.
All I ask of you is a crust of bread, a groschen, whatever you can spare.
Ah, I see. That's pretty good, I guess. If they use the cutscenes as a point to kind of like build the shaders. So it doesn't interrupt the gameplay side of things. Ah, I see. Huh. I wonder how it works out for like speedrunners. You know, to kind of like wanna skip cutscenes when it's like building shaders. Then depending how fast your system is, you know, you kind of like get a faster time than otherwise. That would be kind of funny. Hello there, Sunny, welcome in. And how's it going? Yeah, my Sunday's going pretty good. Been, you know, enjoying the weather outside with a dog. And, yeah, been, you know, it's been really nice, kind of like early spring weather here. Everything is kind of like starting to bloom and the allergies aren't quite killing me yet. But I'm sure that's gonna happen soon enough. And, yeah, I figured we could make a bit more progress with Kingdom Come. Carry on with the historical timeline. Though, I guess not so much of this game, because the entirety of this game is set within a year. But yeah, I'm looking forward to get closer to the Ezio games for sure. Only about 70 years between this game and those. But yeah, how's your Sunday going? Hello there, I'm in the bear suit. Welcome in. Look out. Someone's about to assassinate you. Yeah, I'd hear in this game. Imagine. Came back from the dead to kill some more knights. I think they did it that way because so many people complain about the building or the shaders at the start. You do have the option to skip the building, but of course you would risk bugs and glitches. Yeah. It's better to let that run through properly. Unless you can afford, you know, running into those. Yeah, I guess, you know, for the average player that's definitely the better course of action. You have it, you know, built when you're not playing. Also, I'm in a basket. Dude, thank you so much for the resub at tier 2. Thank you, dude. Really appreciate it. I hope the rest of your Akumo mode speedrun also went well. You thought of it too? You were like, what about the poor speedrunners? Yeah. Yeah, that would really make it difficult to kind of like measure properly because, yeah, you know, just how fast the, you know, shaders are being compiled is very, very much dependent also on your system. So it's like a way bigger fluctuation than just regular reading times on like drives or whatever. Cheers, Rod. Yeah, definitely enjoying it. That's the world record speedrunner for The Last of Us. Over at the mode. I like that one. It's like, no thanks.
You lack anything remotely resembling a brain.
That's true. Spitting facts. when it comes to Henry at least. Rod, you found another game to do in a real life time playthrough with, but we'll reveal when you actually can do it. It's going well. You had a good day with family. You had some spaghetti bolognese for dinner. Ooh, that sounds delicious. That's like one of my favorite dishes, to be honest. I could have it at least once a week. But that's cool. I'm glad you had a good time with family as well. And I'm looking forward to see what game that's gonna be. So when you say real life time playthrough with, you mean like you did with Black Flag, is it? Like where you play the game at like depending how much time is passing in the game, you like wait that long in real life? Game literally cheats so death happened in the end of chapter 11. Wait, what? What happened? I'm in a bear suit. That's really annoying. If it's like not even your own fault. I sprained my ankle. Yeah, I think I did. But it's fine. Just gotta power through it. I got you, Lucinda. Yeah, that's definitely fair. You know, to have some appropriate emotes at the ready to be able to use. I did Herod. That's really cool. That Nolan North cooperated with that speedrunner as well. Yeah, remember that retro replay channel from some of the videos that you posted with Troy Baker. Really enjoyed those actually when I checked them out. Hello there, Keone. Welcome in. Oh yeah, Rod. That's really cool. Very unique concept to kind of like, you know, wait the same amount of time. It really helps put into perspective, you know, how long, you know, the story actually is in that sense, you know, and sometimes those breaks can also, like for example, if you would play a game for the first time, you know, and you kind of like put yourself in the shoes of the characters, like how much time you have to process certain events as well. Like often games, of course, are cutting forward and backwards with time.
I'll just give you a quick search.
What?
Come on. What? For security reasons.
Are you serious? It's like I can't even just like you know, stand here and do nothing. They're just gonna search me for more money. Ah, gotcha, Rod. Well, that's really unfortunate that they, you know, couldn't continue doing it. It's cool they, you know, did it for as long as they did, but yeah, sometimes I guess things change. But it's cool they, you know, did reunite. I did see that announcement trailer actually featuring both of them. That's another game I can't wait to play, honestly, that I'm quite excited about getting to in the future. Still gonna be a while though. Gonna wait until the 20th century. What? You what, mate? I guess you could say it's a very time-consuming approach to a game. Definitely. But hey, it also allows you to play some other games in between, you know, give you like a break before returning. So I'm pretty sure I don't have any stolen items on me, but I could have like one or two. You know, might even be like small things like food items or whatever. But then again, I don't think my actual stats for like speech and whatever are, you know, high enough. Because it's definitely my highest stat, but at the same time it's kind of like antagonistic and confrontational, and I don't want to be like, you know, beaten or whatever. So that's my best bet, but I probably won't succeed, and then we lose reputation. And then they have to search me, you know, regardless, so... Just search me.
If you insist.
All's well. Mind how you go.
Okay, we're good. I think the previous guard took all my stolen stuff, so you probably don't have anything. Yeah, so previous guard I just paid. And I technically didn't steal anything from the ale woman. I only tried to pickpocket. I think I actually had all my stolen stuff sold beforehand to the miller. So I might actually not had anything like stolen on me, but I'm not too sure. I wish there was a way to check during like dialogue, but I also understand why they don't give you the option. Okay, there's Captain Bernard. I would love for him to teach me some new stuff. Yeah, I read that Master Strikes are supposed to be very important to learn in this game.
I think I've mastered the basics of combat. Could you teach me something a bit more advanced?
I see. And what weapon are you such a master at?
Well, I probably stick primarily to a sword. Or I also like the idea of wielding an axe. But yeah, sword is a classic. Never goes out of fashion.
I'm pretty good with a sword.
Well, go and train
Not
some
really.
more. When you really got some skill, come back to me and I might teach you something more.
Ah yeah, so you really gotta have like a certain skill level in sword training. So I guess you could do some training combat with a real weapon. Choose the sword, and then just by, you know, participating in the sword fighting activity, we should, you know, reach a higher level. Hold on, officer, let me check my pockets and drop all the stolen stuff on the ground before you search me. It's like, that's not suspicious whatsoever. Why is there a stolen jewel ring, you know, right next to your feet? Was it there beforehand?
I'd like to train, but I want real combat with real weapons.
A bit cocky, ain't you? But all right. I like a man with a bit of piss and vinegar in him. I'll never learn as much with a wooden sword as with a real weapon. The old master swordsman says a true apprentice of the martial art should be wounded at least once. Some say he should even try what it's like to die. But that's blasphemy. Let's fight then. Have no fear, I won't kill you. But you might get hurt, and if you do, I won't bandage you. You'll have to deal with the consequences yourself. What weapon will you try?
Probably not the best idea to do this at this point. You know, to sustain like really bad wounds. I should probably actually start with a wooden sword, just to get like the hang of the basics again, because it's been so long since I actually, you know, had to do some proper combat with a weapon. Hand to hand, that's another story. We've done a good amount of that. But yeah, don't have that many bandages, so probably best not to bleed to death here.
Sorry, I'll have to think it over.
Ah, youthful whims. But, all right. You'll find me somewhere around here.
That's true. Yeah, I think Psycho Henry would love the eggs. I think the mace might also be down his alley. Hello there, Oliver. Welcome in. Totally first. How's it going?
I'd like to train a bit, just lightly, with practice weapons.
Right. Let's get to it. What weapon would you like to try? I've got a bastard sword, a short sword. We can fight with poles. Whatever you fancy.
I love long swords, to be honest.
I still don't feel entirely competent with the bastard sword. I'd like to try that.
Right, lad. Grab your piece, and we'll get stuck in. Shit! Take that! I'm going to enjoy this. Weasel turd.
Hey,
What's
if you're
the
looking
matter,
for your
lost your
balls,
balls?
they're back in Blackwater.
Varlet!
High position gerecht.
Fuck!
What the fuck was that? Huh? What happened there?
Bohemian. Here! You'll pay for Bugger! No. No more fooling around.
Ow! Did I just see that? I must be working too hard.
I don't remember exactly how to do the perfect parry again. I thought you really had to wait until the symbol turns green. But he doesn't attack me unless I attack him. So I can't really wait for... Okay, never mind. He did it once. I can't like time it again.
Curse it! You'll... Here!
I wonder if this fight is like ever over, or if I just have to like stop it.
You gonna cry now? Come on! Oh dear! Yeah!
I want to see the Alliance map.
Giving up already? Jesus Christ! Yeah! Come and get it! Yeah!
I'm not sure if this ever is over. Or if it's just like eternal training. I mean, either way we're doing progress by like increasing our defense and, you know, attack stats. And it's definitely good practice, but... Would be nice to know if there's like ever an end goal here.
Hell! You'll get what for!
That was just a beginner's lesson in sword fighting, pretty much. The inside sword fighting. Yeah, imagine that was like part of this. You know, a good old taunting on top of the actual sword fighting. I did you, Oliver. Oh yeah. That's really cool. Happy birthday to Silver as well. Hope you guys had a good time. So how was it? You know, wearing like Viking gear and fighting in it. Did you unleash your inner Viking? Your inner rage? It was quite fun once you've managed to end up resting on the ground because the instructor tried to steal your axe because he dropped his own. When he eventually couldn't do it, he just took his dagger and stabbed you. Requiescat in pace. The, you know, dirty tricks. Jesus Christ. Indeed. I mean, cheese is godly. Godly type of food. So, I guess question to those who know that have played this game, but is there like a point in continuing here other than passively upgrading my skill? Like, is there like an end goal to this part of the training? Or is it something that I just have to like surrender in if I want to finish and get out of this? Just trying to get learn the moves first. Just surrender when you're done training. Okay. Yeah, that was my feeling here as well, because it didn't really, you know, went anywhere. But I did a bit of upgrading there. I would also like to try the other weapon types as well.
All right.
Indeed, Rod, yeah. I wasn't sure if that surrender meant, you know, I kind of like lose something, because I wasn't sure if there was like a prize or like an end goal to the training section, so I didn't want to like surrender and potentially, you know, have like a negative repercussion. But yeah, I guess it's kind of like in, you know, fighting games when you have training mode and you can just fight with a dummy forever. Only that dummy here actually fought back. To get more progress towards skills with real weapons, but yeah, good call if you don't have bandages to heal. Yeah, just a few, and I remember that one time I kind of like bounced off a mountain and, you know, took some heavy fall damage, and I was just like bleeding like hell, so the few bandages that I had like 3 or so, weren't enough to actually, you know, heal myself fully, and then I just bled to death. So I feel like, you know, maybe not at this point. Yeah, for sure, Rod. You know, and this is one of those games that definitely likes to pull the crap. Where you, you know, don't think about one detail and then it's like, well, here you gotta pay the price. Oh, very nice, Oliver. How was the German meat? Did you like it? Yeah, good times. When you just want to climb a mountain, you jump and then you just bounce off. Taking loads of fall damage. That was like a bounce of death.
I'd like to train a bit, just lightly.
Right. What weapon?
Okay, let's try with the short sword.
I'd like to train with a short sword, like a proper knight. And I'll take a shield, too.
Right, lad. Grab your piece, and we'll get stuck in.
I haven't really used a shield before. It's really cool how it actually limits your sight quite a bit.
Gather your strength. Yeah! Yeah! What's the matter? Lost your balls? Fuck it! Fist!
Man, the camera sometimes. Because I'm controlling the camera with the same button that I'm using to determine, you know, what side I'm gonna block an attack from. And if I go too much sometimes, like, it's actually going beyond him. You gotta be very careful, like, how much you're aiming a certain direction. You can't, like, always pull the button, or the stick through.
God, don't!
Damn, what a move. Bernard be flexing. Meat was delicious. Hell yeah, dude. Glad to hear.
Yeah.
Has a block skill too. There's definitely a good training opportunity here. I'm glad I've done this because it gives you like a bit more confidence for like fighting. And there's also some bandit camps that I can take over apparently, so maybe you could try taking on one of those soon. I reckon we're not quite as good as Captain Bernard is. He seems like a more proficient fighter.
Yeah! Here! Giving up on...
Grab your piece. The best weapon to have. Some peace. If you still have him frozen, then you can throw him at the enemy and that might cause some damage. But I gotta be fast though, because it defrosts very quickly. You can also use it as like something to put on the floor and when the enemy stumbles over it. A very deadly weapon. It does really limit FOV as you found out yesterday. I bet it does. I mean, they've done a pretty good job, haven't they, with this game and the second. Emulating like real life sword fighting. At least in this particular style.
Fucker! Take that! Is that all you've got? Haircut. No. Yeah. Bollocks.
Bollocks. How's it going today, Amita? Hope you're having a nice weekend. How are you enjoying your playthrough of Red Dead Redemption 1 so far? Got some new insults here, that's true. Fucker. You know, it's simple but effective. Okay, I think that's enough for now. But hey, I would say we definitely, you know, upgraded a couple of skill points here. So let's have a look here. Combat. Yeah, got 1 for defense and 2 for sword fighting. So we could get firm grip and weapon cruncher. Blocking your strikes will cost an opponent 50% more stamina. Or if you beat your opponent in a clinch, you damage his weapon 50% more. A damaged weapon will cause much less damage, as well as its price being greatly reduced. Let's get firm grip for now. And over here, we have blunt strike, rhythm, stab, slash, slash. Instead of a started strike from the right, strike unexpectedly at the opponent's face. Turn your weapon around hits and strike him quickly with a blunt end. If you have a shield, use its edge for striking. Yeah, there's also one for a longsword. It's kind of like combo attacks here. A double stab. Fehler. That's German for error or failure. Rod, what's the matter? Lost your boards? The perfect Monkey Island response would be, why did you want to borrow one? Oh dear. That would have been highly effective. Defense is the skill seems. It is, yeah. Oh, very nice, Amita. That's great to hear. I'm glad you're also enjoying Red Dead 1. Yeah, so many Rockstar games from that era are just great. GTA 4, Red Dead 1, you know, GTA 5 a few years later. And yeah, not sure if you played the second Red Dead, have you? But I really love how well it ties in with the other game and vice versa. Offense is the best defense. It is. You never need to defend yourself if you just kill everyone. It's the same thing in stealth, you know, if you just kill everyone, then, you know, no one lives to tell the tale. Zelda 2 The Adventures of Link has an NPC you find, and when you interact with him, he says, I am Error. You know, your classic Zelda name. My name is Error. That reminds me of a story of someone whose name was like Null or Null, which in databases often result as like, you know, nothing at all. So whenever they're kind of like getting in a database by registering or like doing whatever, they usually can't be recognized because the name is like the same as like the name or tag given to no entries. That must really suck. You know, every time you're trying to register for anything, then you will probably have to write support and be like, hey, this is my actual name. You love Red Dead 2? It's one of your favorite games of all time? Hell yeah, dude. Yeah, same here. It's just such an amazing story and just so cinematic as well. And yeah, like to me it's definitely like narratively speaking and in its presentation there's nothing quite like it. I'm your old friend Amnesia. John has some really good lines, you know, for being made fun of that he can't read so well or write or whatever, you know. Was often like consider not, you know, the fastest Aaron. I think people are really, or like in the story he's also being heavily underestimated. I think it's quite the opposite, he's really witty. Just the difference between like, you know, being literate and actually learning to read and write from like an early age. yeah, I love his kind of like comeback lines. Would be so confusing. Yeah, and frustrating. He really is. Yeah, I love John. And I really love how they also put the whole epilogue about John in Red Dead 2. Just a really good way to connect those games. You love sarcasm. Arthur says some great sarcastic things too. He definitely does. Even more so when you play him as Psycho Arthur. He loves sarcasm, that's for sure. But sometimes he actually means the things that sound sarcastic. So it's difficult to distinguish. But yeah, I'm glad that you've done the Psycho Arthur, because I also wanted to do it at some point, but definitely not for my next playthrough. When I do the 100%, I probably can't bring myself to play as Psycho Arthur for a whole, playthrough. But yeah, that means it would definitely be a long time until I even get to like trying a low honor run with Arthur. But I have to say, I'm not too sure what ending I will go for. I of course like the really dignified ending, when he's like dying under the, sun rising. But the other ending was so badass, I think. When he just faced Micah and Dutch and kind of like went straight for them. Okay, I think I go for the double stab here for sure. After a flurry of quick thrust, twist the point forward, guide the opponent's weapon sideways with twin quick stabs, and strike the exposed chest. So left, right, and then just, right in the center. And let's get the Zorn Odd Wrath Strike. With rapid Zornhau from the Ox stance, parry the opponent's strike to the side from your left shoulder and thrust the point straight to his chest. So left, down, right, center. Okay. We can also get another agility. In this case, featherweight. Falling will cause 30% less injury. And vitality. You bleed slower. I feel like that could be really, really important to have. The thick blood. I like that icon. It's like, here, look at this random dagger just casually put through my hand. Or through my, limb. Or whatever. Okay. Ah yeah, we could also get another main level ability here. The Bowcare. That could definitely work well with my Highborn perk. Bandages are more effective. You can also apply your healing skill in dialogues. That could be pretty good. So there's another first aid ability that I already have, right? So yeah. I'm gonna go for the second one. I feel like at this point, you know, just surviving is a priority here. Okay. Let's see if I can now learn Master Strikes.
I think I've mastered.
I see.
I'm pretty good with this.
You're a bit cocky, ain't you? All right then, let's see what you can do. If you're as good as you think you are, I'll teach you some master strikes.
I'm ready.
Nice. So I'm actually proficient enough now. That's cool.
Stand there, take your weapon, and fight. If you look like you know what you're doing, I'll teach you a trick or two.
Amita, dude, thank you so much for the 100 bits. Thank you so much, dude. Not sure why no sound played there. Maybe I have to reset that up. Because it kinda caught me by surprise. But yeah, thank you so much, dude. I really appreciate it. Oh, whoops, no. I wanna do the game. So I have to beat him in combat first. Ah, okay. I see.
Ow!
Okay, that's gonna be tricky. There was some pretty good hits there.
Ow!
Enough. That will do. That wasn't at all bad. All right, it seems you're ready for the next lesson. Now, pay close attention. I'll teach you the most important thing. It's good to be able to attack. It's good to be able to fend off your opponent's blows. The best is when you're able to do both at once. A master stroke is when you parry your opponent's blow and strike him at the same time. Attack me, and I'll show you how it's done.
That camera, I can't.
See? I parry and strike in one move. There's no defense against this technique if it's executed well. The thing is to time it right. Block right into your opponent's strike and match your movement to his. One elegant technique and the fight is won. Try it. I'll attack slowly. You parry. Ah, that's it. Gah! Not bad. Good.
Oh yeah. Perfect block. We learned it. So that's a Master Strike then, is it? Quest completed, sword play. Oh yeah. No worries, Amita. Best of luck with the recording. Hope it goes well. And thank you for the lurk.
Good day to you. What do you need?
Yeah, we could still, you know, train more if we wanted to, but technically that finishes the quest. And I would say we definitely gave us a good enough, you know, like, training section again. Because it kind of, you know, translates over to real weapons. I just actually have to get access to real weapon.
Take care now.
Because right now I don't really have any. But yeah, I'm gonna look for a vendor in the city and maybe I can afford at least like a, you know, smaller one. Thanks for giving the shout out to Amita as well, Rod.
I wouldn't beg, good neighbors, but I'm reduced to this.
And I can't wait to play Red Dead Redemption as well again. Such amazing games. But yeah, seeing Amita now play Red Dead 1 and then Rod also doing his Red Dead 2 playthrough. It's like, god damn it, I wanna play these games too. Yeah, that feeling. And it's like, whoa, so many games. Not enough time. But it's something to look forward to, which is always nice to have.
Knives, axes, rakes, hoes. Get the best right here. Jesus Christ be praised. Good luck to you.
Okay, at least it's having an axe. Our axe is of course a weapon we haven't really been using. But we could buy this one. But there's also like other vendors here, so maybe one of them.
Bread, rolls and pretzels.
You know, the bread seller. They surely have like weapons.
What am I doing talking to a pauper like you?
Come right up.
You what?
Take care.
This is something else.
Yeah. What an unfriendly B word.
Vegetables, fruits, apples, cucumbers,
A swordsmith. Now there we go. Only all of these weapons are extremely expensive. 3,894. And 3 pennies. If it at least wasn't with 3 pennies, you know, then I would understand the price, but that's just a deal breaker. There must be like something under 100. Otherwise I really have to go for the X. I can't even afford a blacksmith kit. Well, yeah, of course we're like very early into the game and we haven't really amassed any like riches. But yeah, I can't even afford anything there. Well, never mind. I guess I'm buying the X then, to at least have, you know, one weapon. We could also just steal one. The cleaver, the master huntsman's sword. Or maybe the decorated hunting sword. Decorated sounds nice. I'm sure we won't be like, you know, exposed, jailed and lose all of this. On top of paying like the rest of my money. Surely not. Yeah, I won't try my luck there. I'm just gonna buy the X or like another
Everything for work and home.
weapon. I'm just gonna check another vendor to see if anybody else is selling weapons.
Good day to you.
Hello there, Maverick. Welcome in. Yeah, doing quite well. Playing a bit of Kingdom Come. It's my first time playing this game. How are you? Thief, you are filth. I have your hand for that. Here, there's another X. This one is kinda more expensive, isn't it? yeah, I mean, an X is better than nothing.
My respects to you. Take care now.
Okay, he's not selling anything. Yeah, I'm just gonna buy the X then. This our training should pretty much translate over to the X.
What else do you need?
For the most part.
Come on up and see. Farewell.
Yeah. Let's buy it, I guess.
I'd like to discuss the price.
Sure, why not?
I feel like there's never a reason not to haggle, you know, because they're always kind of like up to haggle and there's always a chance to succeed, I guess. And you always get a reputation plus for successfully haggling, so it's just like, even if you just go by like one caution, you know, could still, you know, be like only positives.
What do you say to this?
I'd almost shake on that. Almost.
So it goes to 90.5, so, you know, that's still like a bit of money saved and reputation plus.
That's a sum I can live with.
Okay, let's equip the X. And now we at least have a weapon again to defend ourselves. Now, my energy and nourishment level is still pretty good. But it's certainly getting later in the day here, so we could soon go back and sleep. We're supposed to meet Lord Capon at dawn. He's about to show us hunting, I guess. So that will be something I would like to do quite soon here if I can. Very nice, Maverick. That's good to hear. Yeah, this game is pretty good. It's definitely like it's a first-person medieval RPG with like a big focus on immersion and historical accuracy. So definitely gotta like that aspect about it, you know. It's also definitely slower and more methodical in a way, but I quite like it. But yeah, this early on we haven't really done that much yet, to be honest. I've been like reading a lot about the history of the time and, you know, talking to people, and definitely more on the narrative focus side as well. Yeah, I think people are doing that comparison pretty much, you know, like Oblivion or Skyrim, but like realistic in a way. I haven't played those games, so I'm not sure if that's like an accurate description, but I guess there's some truth to it. But it feels like similar. And yeah, there's also the sequel game that came out just quite recently. And it's been received really well from what I know so far. So yeah, that series is going strong. Okay, so this is more of a passive quest, right? Like that's just ongoing to get our sword back and find Marquardt von Aulitz to avenge our parents. We must talk to Teresa, but that's also like time-based, so more like in a couple of days. We could try to find the Nightingale, but a bit too late in the day, I think, for that. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna go back home and sleep.
Bread, rolls, buns, and pretzels for you.
Then we can meet Lord Capon in the morning. I wonder if you could die from exhaustion in this game. If you just keep on running beyond your energy meter. Would be kind of funny. Would take the realism to the next level.
Mother of God, you reek.
Why, thank you.
I'd like to order something here.
And what is it you'd like?
I will rip your heart out and feed it to the crocodiles!
What is it you need? I will rip your heart out and feed it to the crocodile.
Something else.
Henry says calmly. Hello there, Mr. Goody. Welcome in, dude. How's it going?
I will rip your heart out and feed it to the crocodiles!
2 times in a row.
I'll certainly need a physician to treat my wounds. Then a hot bath and laundering my clothes.
As you wish. Do you have the coin?
You will die a thrall, you drink-addled cow! Alone and toothless in a bed of straw!
Jesus, Henry. She's just trying to help you. And you keep insulting her.
Now dig on this.
I'm not giving you that much.
And how much are you willing to pay?
Okay, let's go down to 27.
Are we agreed?
Come now. Just a little more, and we have a deal.
29. Okay, let's meet in the middle then. 28.
You won't regret spending the money. I guarantee it. God bless.
Okay. Wow, these were more clean. That actually recovered like all my energy and stuff as well. Fair enough. Kingdom Come, but it's Bully McGuire insulting the random villagers. More games should have like an antagonize feature like Red Dead 2 does. Where you can just insult like all the NPCs in the game. Or greet them. My favorite thing is still to like greet and then insult them. Being like double compliment and then antagonize. You know, building up that hope before you crush it. Okay, we're gonna sleep until 4, so have enough time before dawn actually triggers. Gotta get up bright and early if you wanna go on a hunt. Yeah, Mr. Goody. I need the bath because I'm trash. That's A1 logic. Yeah, I'm doing good. Thank you for asking, Mr. Goody. And having a nice weekend. Just enjoying the weather a lot as well. Like being outside a lot with a dog. Oh, there you are. I didn't expect him outside here.
Here I am. I'm overjoyed. Have you got a horse?
No, sir. Where would someone like me get a horse?
Good point. Unless it was a cart horse, I suppose. Well, you'll just have to trot along behind me like a good dog.
Yeah, can I borrow a horse? And then keep it? How are you doing though, Mr. Goody?
But sir, isn't there a horse I could borrow?
Oh, certainly. Why don't you just have mine? Or, then again, you can just run alongside as befits a peasant. May the Lord watch over you.
That was fitting. Woods. Forests belonged to the king, especially along the border zones, and played not only an economic but also a strategic role. Felled trees were used as a form of fortification called appetizers. From the 14th century on, it was considered proper to look after forests, and only the ruler could decree whether his subject could cut down trees for construction. The ruler could also allow farmers' rights to graze the livestock or to make charcoal, but on the condition that the hinds and does could bear the young unhindered. The subjects had to cut the grass and dry the hay on forest meadows, and were allowed to catch hares. Hunting of other game by anyone except the owner of his appointed huntsman was, however, prohibited under strict penalties. In the forest of the time, the tree's cover was largely of beech and fit and mixed oak, in which only certain timber varieties could and would be felled. Oak for water structures, beech for charcoal burning, etc. Overall, forest cover in the Middle Ages suffered considerable intervention, and in some places was completely wiped out. You're doing great. You're going to pick up your passport application tomorrow for your holiday in Japan for your birthday next year. You need to buy a backpack and new shoes. Very nice, dude. So preparations are coming along nicely then. Yeah, definitely also double check with the airline and kind of like their dimensions for your luggage, you know, because every airline is kind of like different on that front, like how they specify what you can take with you on the plane. The noble officials were the headman, originally the commander in some armed forces, with a rank equivalent to captain. Later on, the role became that of a civic governor, selected from amongst the local nobility, who represented the monarch in a given territory. The Hofmeister, from a German Hof, meaning a court or manor, a hereditary office at the royal court, he was responsible for management of a court. The Under-Chamberlain, along with the Chancellor, the Under-Chamberlains in Latin subcamerarius, was a member of the office represented the sovereign in the royal cities, such as proto-notaries or notaries. And the Burgrave, the representative of the sovereign and representative of the provincial officials of knightly status. His duties included management of a city and leading the army when needed. I mean, 30 kilograms should be definitely alright, Mr. Goody. That's like definitely more than enough weight, unless you're like having some, you know, like, really heavy items with you. But yeah, that's like, how do you say? Like there's ways to kind of like measure the weight of your luggage. Like uniquely made kind of like scales, I guess, for luggage that you could use. Flying with Philippine Airlines. I haven't, like I didn't fly with them yet, so not sure how they would be. But it's definitely good to double check the dimensions of your luggage. Because every airline has like their own rules in that regard. A pharmacist. The apothecary prepared medication according to a carefully studied prescription that were passed down the generations. It was one of the few professions that wasn't organized into guilds. The production of medicaments was quite hard work and a great responsibility. The apothecary had to have studied at the university and would be schooled not only in Latin but also in Greek. He had to be able to carefully measure out precise dosages of medication and to ensure the ingredients were always available. If there was no apothecary in town, there would be the monastery infirmary, and if that wasn't available, people turned to the services of herb women, lay herbalists, quack healers, or medicasters called charlatans. The methods of healing were controversial because making lotions and potions, they made use not only of herbs, but use of spells, amulets, and sometimes even very unusual raw materials, such as frog poison or hangman's finger. Ah yeah, I do love me some hangman's fingers in my, medication. The priests were among the elite in medieval society and among the few who had any education. Village priests were less educated than those of the larger parishes. They could barely read or write, had no library, and learned their liturgy by heart. There were none too well off, typically working in the fields or raising livestock, like lay farmers. They were not celibate, enjoyed folk entertainment and games, dancing and going to the tavern. As time went on, looser morals and educational decline spread to the towns and monasteries. By contrast, the priests in the larger parishes and towns owned more property, and with the exception of service to God, didn't have to resort to any manual work. The duties of the priests encompass preparation and serving of Mass, hearing confession, taking care of the church, its operation and decoration, visiting the poor and the sick, arranging charity collections, collecting dues, conducting baptisms, weddings, last rites, and funerals. Prostitution. In Bohemia, the brothel was called Hampes, whorehouse, or house of shame, but not a brothel as such. Prostitutes were simply whores. The profession encompassed several categories. The most deprived prostitutes were homeless women who provided services in the streets. Others visited their customers in their homes disguised as bread sellers, yet others were available to noble and royal courts. Then there were those who preferred their services in brothels of various price categories. whose clients were townsmen, officials, and nobles, or conversely, the most menial clientele and the most down-market establishments. Brothels were run not only by townspeople, but even by the spiritual leaders of or prelates, for example, the parish priest of a church of St. Jude's under Viserat. Often a brothel was directly connected to the bathhouse. During the Hussite Wars, many brothels were abolished, but boomed again soon afterwards. The legalization was also helped by the Church of Rome, which considered prostitution a lesser evil than adultery. It speaks volumes that prostitutes accounted for almost 10% of the population of Papal Rome. Yeah, I wonder why they were so in favor of it. There were numerous regulations and laws governing brothels and the oldest profession, and even a special tax. There were even laws covering considerate treatment of prostitutes and protecting them from violence. Shepherd. The herder's job depended on the weather, most commonly starting in April and ending in the autumn. They took the entrusted herd or flock, it was rarely their own, more commonly they were hired to supervise the grazing of others' livestock for a fee. From pasture to pasture, sleeping in rudimentary huts or shelters. Over the summer they stayed out in the pastures, returning to the village when the first frost set in. Life far away from other people forced the herders to become adept at healing themselves and the animals. So when there was no apothecary to hand, folk would turn to the shepherd. Smuggler. In the Middle Ages, smuggling was regarded as taking any goods in or out of town without paying export or import duties. Smugglers had to know alternative routes and how to avoid the tax collectors. When smuggling through the gates, they made use of false-bottomed vehicles or baskets, or even resorted to climbing over the walls by might. Contraband included fabrics, spices, wine, and other less freely available goods, subject to high taxation. Smugglers. I always have to think of Black Flag whenever I read the word or hear it, smuggling. There's a conversation that two guards have about smuggling and they just keep on repeating the word. Like, smuggling. Exactly. Gotta smuggle all the sugar. Smuggle anything you like.
Take my sugar! Take anything you like!
Take my sugar. Smuggle anything you like. Swordsmiths and armorers. Swordsmiths were originally blacksmith cutlers, specializing in blades for swords, knives, daggers, and other hand-held sidearms. In the 14th century, the making of armor began to specialize and separate out from the blacksmith craft. Specialist profession came into being. Armorers, platesmiths, and baskinetiers who not only produced but also sold for wares. As regards the weapons, they were new specialized professions. The swordsmith, the bladesmith, the fletcher, the arrowsmith, and in later centuries the gunsmith, bowyer, or shieldsmith, making wooden and metal shields. The price of a complete suit of armor was very high, affordable only to wealthy noblemen. Those who couldn't afford a complete suit of armor would have only partial metal armor and would rely on their agility for protection in combat. I like how no matter how slow you're trying to walk, you're always not matching the speed of the NPC. Unless there's another like button to press to match the speed. Is there? That's always a lovely thing in games. And you always gotta like stop and then, you know, keep on going. And stop and keep on going. Yeah, I would say the combat is definitely tricky in this game. I wouldn't necessarily say it's like super difficult in that sense, you know. But certainly difficult to get into and kind of like understand and pull off the combos. And it's certainly one of those combat systems where facing multiple enemies can really backfire quickly. So in a 1-to-1 it's alright, but if there's like more than one, then that can already, you know, be a huge difference. But I haven't really had that many situations really in the open world yet where I really had to like fight many people yet, so I can't really make much of a comment about how difficult it really is. We're still like in the early stages of the game. I was about to say, pretty sure it's gonna bump his head if he goes on the horse under that roof. And sure enough, he would have bumped his head. So what, we don't even talk about anything this whole time? We just quietly walk back to Rattay. Very exciting. I'm not sure if that's a bug or if I really just don't have any dialogue whatsoever during this whole journey. But yeah, that would definitely be a missed opportunity not to have like them talk about anything at all. Yeah, let's just go all the way to Blackwater. Gonna be a short one. 1 hour later. And he's still going. Yeah, many moons later. It's like, what's even the purpose of getting up at dawn if it's gonna take many nights? I think it's because I started this too early. You know, because this was initially the starting point right here. But I guess he was like still sleeping and just getting up when I talked to him. And I think that's why we had to make the whole walk over here. So I feel like starting from there is kind of like probably, you know, really the starting position of the quest.
Let's go! Yeah! Hurry up, blacksmith!
Yeah, because now he's actually talking and saying stuff. So I think that's the reason actually. At least that would make sense, you know, otherwise it would have been really weird mission design. I mean, not unlikely, you know, it could happen, but for main quest it would really have surprised me.
Look here, blacksmith. About that business at the alehouse.
Yes, sir?
Hanush was right. I should have behaved differently. More, well, gentlemanly. But that doesn't mean you were in the right. You can't throw a lord out of the tavern in his own town. Understand?
Yes. I was just...
What? Speak up! Don't worry, I won't bite your head off.
It's just that when you said those things in the arena, sir, I was, a little upset.
Ah! I just like to tease greenhorns a little. And you vexed me too. You were insolent to Captain Bernard and they rewarded you with service. Whenever I do anything reckless, even if it's for my honor, Hanush is on my back about it and I get punished. Like now.
I didn't mean to threaten anyone.
Well, it's all water under the bridge. Let's not spoil our hunt.
He looks a bit funny. Kingdom Come is Oblivion without the bugs. I'm not sure about the bug side of thing, but I mean, Oblivion is pretty bad, right, in its original state. So maybe.
Let us talk of something else. Is this your first time hunting?
But yeah, this game also has plenty of bugs for sure.
I've been hunting since I could walk. If you're not a complete blockhead, you might learn something useful. And if you don't cock it up entirely today, maybe I'll take you again. It's always helpful to have a minion at hand.
As I said, I have hunted before, but it wasn't...
Chasing bunnies with a pitchfork isn't hunting. Observe and learn.
I'll do the best I can, sir.
And I can't wait to get my own horse.
Listen, I wanted to ask you about Scallets.
I don't know if... that is, sir, I don't know if that's a suitable...
Jeez, you don't even wait, do you? Did you actually, like, cancel the dialogue now? Great. Not like I wanted to know what he had to say about Scarlets or anything. I mean, our backstory is hardly important, is it? Yeah. No bugs in this game to be found. Man, this is like the longest escort mission ever. I mean, you know, artificially longer because I started it a bit too early in the day, I guess. But holy shit. But yay, realism. But yeah, at that point, I'll probably rather go outside and run after a horse in real life than doing it in a game. But yeah, that's true, you know, the dialogue cutting off probably didn't help here. Just so annoying, you know, that you can't even like stop for a second and it just cuts off completely. But yeah, I'm definitely not reloading though. At this point. Oblivion without the bugs would be nice. Yeah. I mean, any game by the developers without any bugs would be nice, right? Yeah, just fast travel. Easy. It's kind of funny, like I haven't been ambushed yet by bandits whatsoever. But the one time that I fast traveled a short distance next to Rete, where I always was fine not being ambushed, I of course got ambushed by bandits. So it's like I just avoid fast traveling altogether at this point because I just got punished for it. To be fair, fast travel in this game is not as useful. You can be ambushed. Yeah, exactly. You know, like I didn't use fast travel in the first couple of streams because I just wanted to explore naturally. But then I had to go back a place where I was already quite often. Like I went back and, you know, like forth and back a few times already. So I was like, okay, I'm just gonna, you know, try fast traveling once. And of course, that was the time that I immediately got ambushed. It's like, yeah, sure. And then I got killed and I just ran the distance in real time myself. And of course, you know, by that logic, I should have been ambushed even when not fast traveling because I go the exact same way. But magically, I didn't get ambushed when I went there myself. I wonder why. Almost like the whole like fast traveling and being ambushed thing is like, you know, scripted. It's like every bandit in the area gets like a letter saying Henry's about to fast travel. Move your ass over there as quick as possible.
I found a letter.
A letter? Neuhof. According to written chronicles, Neuhof by Sassau was a noble's court, which was destroyed during extensive floods. The small town of Nove Dvori was built in its place. Hey, a new fast travel point that I won't be using. Dude, we've been like on this journey for 3 hours or so. I mean, it's currently like 7:30. I met this guy at 4:30. You know, just a small journey into the woods. Ah, my dog is so funny. It's like, you know, almost 6 o'clock here in the evening, and that's usually her like dinner time. But she always likes to push it, you know, and come like a few minutes earlier. Like even when we have a time change happening, and technically, you know, 6 o'clock was like the old 5 o'clock. You know, she was like still coming then at at 6 or 5 in that case, I guess. Being like, hey, feed me. But yeah, she can wait 5 minutes longer. And they really should have like some sort of like code in this mission, you know, that just checks is like an ongoing dialogue. If not, continue where you left off last time. It's like a very basic thing, you know, but most games at this point that are like narratively focused, that have like escort missions and dialogue, you know, have like some sort of it. But yeah, this game apparently doesn't. It's definitely a bit jarring, considering, you know, how long you're actually spending here escorting, you know, Lord Capon. But there's like nothing checking whatsoever if there's any dialogue spoken. But at least we are in the woods now, so I reckon we're very close to starting the hunting part. I love all the ambient noises. It almost sounds like it sounds where I live in like May, June. It's pretty much how it sounds outside. Dude, so how far away are we from Red Hay at this point? Jesus, look at that distance. Like we're almost at Tarnberg again, and that's not that far away from Skalitz at this point. So how much further, dude, before we can actually start hunting? Okay, we're pretty good on our energy and nourishment levels. But still, I have some food that isn't good anymore, so I should definitely drop this. And this stuff is about to spoil, so rather eat it now, I think. At least one of them. I don't want to overfeed myself. I could eat another bread roll and then we're on 100. So it works.
Schiller.
Schiller with a unique raid sound. Hello there, Schiller. Welcome in, dude. Thank you so much for the raid. And welcome in, raiders. How was AC Revelations today? I was lurking on you earlier. Hello there, Arctic. Welcome in, dude. How's your weekend? Hello there, Lucinda. Long time no see. Welcome back, Oliver. Yeah, it's going pretty good. We're making progress. We're almost fully caught up with a database in this game. We only have a few entries left to read up on. We did actually most recently read up on smugglers. Which reminded me of that infamous Black Flag dialogue with smuggling. We also learned a very advanced combat technique. And yeah, we're currently escorting someone for God knows how long. It's like the longest escort mission ever. And he's on horse and I have to follow him on foot. And I like stop for 1 second, which cancelled off the dialogue, and now he's like not saying anything for the remainder of the escort part of the mission. So that was really fun, you know, just like following him without any word being spoken whatsoever. But yeah, this game doesn't have any bugs or anything. Not at all. It was revealing, was it? Oh yeah, Arctic. Great to hear. And yeah, I'm doing good. Been having a nice weekend. Enjoying the nice weather outside. It definitely feels like spring now. Oh, very nice, Schiller. That's really good progress for the first stream as well. You know, getting all the Templar dens done and all the special assassin missions. That's great progress. GG's on that. Yeah, smugglers. But yeah, overall, Kingdom Come is going good for. Definitely still liking the game. But yeah, it's definitely a slow burn, you know. You're not making like lots of progress like that quickly. At least if you don't know what you're doing, which in my case is the case. But yeah, definitely still liking it. Something weird happened today. You did a leap of fail with the animation, everything, but died on impact? Huh? You mean like a proper leap of faith, but it's turned into leap of fail? Do you play on PC or do you play on console? You got put it into a horny gel, don't need anything else to make you happy. So who, like, what did you got into horny gel for? Was it Sophia in Revelations? Hello there, Sona, welcome in. Thank you so much for the 7 months of resubbing as well. And how's it going? I hope you're having a nice weekend. Also, for those of you who didn't join in with the raid by Schiller, definitely check out his channel. He's currently playing through the AC series. He's doing an AC marathon. And right now he's doing the Ezio games with the last one, Revelations. And yeah, the Ezio games are actually historically the closest to Kingdom Come Deliverance as well, the game we're currently playing. There's only about 70 years between this and AC2. And those are also going to be the next games that we're going to be playing in the historic order run. But yeah, Schiller's a great streamer. Very entertaining to watch and great community as well. For a lot of things. Fair enough, Oliver. You play on PC. Ah, gotcha. And you died like upon impact on the haystack then? So there's some issues that can happen on the PC versions of some of the basic Ezio games, but also AC1. And it's usually an issue with VSync or like your frequency for your display. So sometimes for certain physics to work proper, you have to have like VSync on or have the frequency to 60 Hz. Otherwise certain physics break on PC. And it even goes so far that you can't finish some missions otherwise. For example, the Final Brotherhood mission you can't sometimes finish if you don't have VSync or 60 Hz on. And also on PC on Revelations, in the Shakulu assassination mission in Cappadocia, you also have a moment there where you have to have VSync and 60 Hz on, otherwise the game crashes or something. So that's the kind of disadvantage with the PC versions of those games. It's fortunately only for a few missions. But yeah, you gotta know which ones there are, otherwise, you know, it might break stuff. It's just a bit annoying if you have like a high frequency monitor, you know, because going to 60 Hz just isn't really good for the eyes either. But yeah, if you already have like a 60 Hz display either way, then that should be fine. Thank you, Sona. Appreciate that. Yeah, definitely worth trying, Shredder. But yeah, those games have some weird issues when it comes to that regard. I also have the issue that I don't utilize your CPU proper. I only use like one core or something. So there's also like another thing you can do in the task manager. When you like right click the Excel, you can go to like affinity, and they can like disable all but one core, confirm that, and then re-enable all the cores, and then the game will actually utilize your CPU fully. And if you don't do that, then you also have like a chance of you know, having like lots of stutters, like in cutscenes, for instance. Like if you're noticing you have like stutters when playing those games, then it's probably because of CPU affinity not being properly set up. Yeah, what I can recommend, like if you wanna optimize those games a bit better, is PC Gaming Wiki, that website, because it has like really easy like step-by-step guides and like all the files you need sometimes at the ready. That's the site for Revelations. And it will list like all the common or known issues with the game. So if you have like anything going on, then it's worth having a look there. We had some flickering in the start, restarted the game and then it was fine. That drove you crazy, especially you tried it out before stream and it was fine. Ah. Yeah, there's a weird like glitch issue. That's usually due to the auto detect or something, or the Steam detect file in the game. Like whenever I install Revelations, I have to delete that file and then start the game, and then it works fine. But yeah, that was also an issue that drove me crazy the first time playing the game, because I just had no idea what it was and why it was happening. But yeah, it's about dinner time for my doggy, so I'm gonna go and take a short break here and return in a few minutes after the dog has been well fed. And also gotta make a quick call, I think. So yeah, I'm gonna take care of a few things real quick. And yeah, no worries, Shella. Yeah, I was concerned, Lucinda, that, you know, you might not be able to play the game, actually. Because that would have been really annoying, and many people don't know how to fix it and might even stop playing the game altogether because of it, so... It's good I could, like, you know, help you there at the start. But yeah, I'll be right back.
Come out and fight, bitch.
Sir! Sir! A letter for you, sir!
Metrocoites!
You're insane, partner.
Alright, I'm back. The dog has been fed, so all is good with the word. Hello there, Seraph, welcome in.
So easily wounded by words. Imagine the ruin my axe would inflict on your flaccid ego.
My flaccid what? You, sir, are a fish.
But I wish I was a duck. I don't want to be a fish. A letter for me. Thank you for the lurk as well, Seraph. Hope you're having a nice weekend. The Flaccid Alliance map. Thank you, Oliver. The doggy break, indeed.
The leeches would probably agree, though I'm not sure about them. Much rather trust in God and the power of prayer. Usually try both to be safe.
But yeah, we don't say Alliance map around here. You gotta at least say redacted map, or, you know, if your Alliance redacted. At least in the presence of Lucinda.
We'll make camp here.
Jesus, that really was the longest escort mission ever. They put some of the AC escort missions or, you know, follow missions to shame.
Bring me wine and bacon from the saddlebag.
So you couldn't save it earlier? Did they like sit down here, make me follow you, and then tell me to go back? Do it yourself.
Coming up, sir.
Where's the wine?
I have it right here, sir.
And the bacon? Where's the bacon?
I didn't even get anything.
I have it right here, sir.
Where's the wine?
Huh? So first he says I have a wine. And then we don't. I wish I could talk more to him to kind of like piss him off. Yeah, no bugs. Oblivion without the bugs.
I have it right here, sir.
At long last. So, are you enjoying being on the hunt?
I am, although we haven't actually hunted anything yet.
That doesn't matter. Hunting is a diversion. The main thing is to get out of Rattay for a while. Listening to Hanush's lectures all day long would drive anyone mad.
So that's what it's about, huh? So I just follow you into like nowhere on foot while you ride comfortably on the horse. That's what it's about.
What are we going to hunt?
Humans.
What? Humans? But
you should see your face! I got you there. We'll see what we can get. But I'd like to bag a boar. One, at least. And a few hares too, eh? But what about you? Before I couldn't get a word out of you, now your tongue's loosened. So, tell me about Skalitz. I heard Sigismund had 100 banners there.
You would feel like Rowan from Viva la Dirt League and just go skip every 5 seconds. I haven't heard about Viva la Dirt League yet, to be honest.
I don't know, sir. I didn't have time to count them.
Yeah, Lucinda, it's like, how many more times are we going to tell that story? Until the end of a playthrough? Because there's still going to be like some lost soul that hasn't heard about what happened in Skalitz. From our perspective.
Both of my parents were killed in Skalitz, right in front of my eyes. The Cumans slaughtered my friends and neighbours, and it was a miracle I got away. I don't know what else I can add.
I'm sorry about that. But tell me, I heard in the tavern...
What, that Sigismund flew down on a dragon? That the Cumans have horns and hooves? I'm sorry, my lord, but for me, Skalitz isn't a tale of adventure to share over a tankard of ale.
All right. I understand. Well, never mind. It's time to set off. Say a prayer to St. Hubert for us, won't you?
St. Hubert?
The patron saint of hunters, of course. Let's go!
Ah yeah, all the patron saints.
What are you waiting for? Your lord requires you for the hunt.
Ugh, really? Such a renowned hunter needs help?
You wouldn't dare mock your betters now, would you?
Heaven forbid, your lordship.
If that's the way you want it, peasant, we'll meet back here at noon. Whoever has the most hares wins. Oh, and if you don't have anything to shoot with, there's a crate in the camp with some old hunting equipment. You can help yourself. After all, there's no sport in trouncing some wretch who hasn't a chance in hell.
I mean, sure.
By all means, Sir Hans.
Ha! You'll soon be laughing on the other side of your grubby face. And now turn your back for a while. I know a few tried and tested spots in these woods, and I don't want you stealing them.
That seems fair. So you're just gonna go away, know you're gonna find hares. I like the detail that we couldn't actually hunt anything but hares at this point. Because we're not allowed to. Yeah, we now have Siege again, which is technically better than the Axe, so gonna use this one. Then we have a bow, the Villager's Ash Bow. An ordinary bow made by someone handy at whittling and with the right kind of wood at hand. Don't be fooled, even a homemade bow can be deadly in the hands of an experienced archer. And I guess the hunting arrows. Of a better hunting arrow. Could also feed my doggy with the dried meat here, now that we finally have some meat on us. We couldn't feed Matt beforehand, but...
Look what I've got for you. You'll love this. There's the good doggy. That's my boy.
Nice. New level in Houtmaster. Let's go.
Here. Heal.
Alrighty. Time to hunt, I guess. Where's Eagle Vision when you need it? You don't seem to remember having a dog in this game for some reason. Yeah, there's a dog you can save in Scarlets when you return. Kind of like defend, which is what I've done. And then later, the dog is also at the mill, where you kind of like wake up and stay for a while. And Theresa, you know, she's kind of like saying that no one really wants the dog, and he seems to like me a lot. And then you have a chance to kind of like choose if you want to have the dog companion or not. And yeah, I went for it. Guess he said no. Yeah, probably. Or not sure if maybe, you know, there was like a certain events I got to trigger. Well, so far I'm not seeing any hairs. Now I have 2 dogs to feed. Indeed. Felt a bit surreal. It's like first I feed my dog in real life and then in the game. Back to back. Here there's some deer, but deer I can't hunt. Not allowed to. I'm feeling like Far Cry Primal right now. You know, hunting in these dense forests. But I have no idea where the hairs are supposed to be. I guess like anywhere in the forest. Okay, there's one. Dude, if I had any idea how I can probably aim here. But why am I not moving? The aiming in this game, I swear. I have like no idea where I'm shooting. It's so weird as well how slowly the hairs are moving sometimes. I guess not to make it like even more difficult for you, but how am I supposed to hit like anything? Like, give us a freaking reticule. I think I have to assign more arrows. Yeah, no kidding, Lucinda, it's like, why no reticule, you know? I guess I wanna make it like realistic, but have you at least give like some sort of like indication where you're actually shooting? Because you gotta be quite precise, and you know, just like guessing roughly the area isn't really enough. On like a small target at least. But really have to like stand right in front of it. At this point I'm just gonna use my melee weapon. You know? But yeah, recovering some arrows might be good if I could. Hello there, Brocken Ross. Welcome in. Thank you so much for the raid. And welcome in, raiders. How is it going? How was your stream? And thank you for joining us. We're playing some Kingdom Come Deliverance. It's our first time playing for the game, and we're doing it as part of a historical order run, where I play through a bunch of dozen of games that are historical, and I play them in timeline order. So we started like 10 million years ago with Ancestors for Humankind Odyssey, and worked our way into the late medieval stages now. The reticle is intentional. Yeah, it's definitely irritating, but just something you have to get used to, I guess, the more time is spent with it. I should probably have a look at the, you know, archery range and, you know, just have a bit of a training round. I like that description of your channel there, Brocken. Hope the first playthrough is going well, doing your first one as well. Ah, hell yeah. How far into the game are you at this point? I'm still very early into it, even though it's my 5th session, but I spent like lots of time just, you know, taking in everything, and I've also read a lot in the codex. Like for this playthrough, I'm trying to read all the entries in the codex. And there's been like a lot that the game gave you from the get-go. I've also just been like learning a lot about the history of a game. But yeah, definitely liking the game so far. Have I tried out alchemy yet? I haven't. No, I don't think so. I haven't done any alchemy. I put something like I put some food in a like a stove, I guess, or like a pot. But I guess that's not really alchemy, is it? Oh no, I was just like, you know, seeing that channel description in the shout out that I was given. I gotcha, so just focusing a bit more on side quest. That sounds very good. Yeah, I hope you're enjoying the game so far. But yeah, we're just getting started really. I just learned the Master Strike ability earlier. So we just finished with the sword training, I guess, if you will. Thank you also for a follow. So currently we're trying to hunt some hare, because we're doing the hunting competition with Hans. And we're just completely miserable with the aiming. So trying our hardest to actually hit one of these hares. Like at this point I'm about to break out my sword. And just do it like that. Hey, I actually hit once. Oh, fetch. Yeah, fetch.
Bring.
That's really cool. You got 10 hare meat out of it? Damn. Earned yourself a piece of meat there.
You'll love this.
Yeah, the whole aiming mechanic seems like something you have to spend so much time on to even get remotely good at. And this early on it's like pretty tough, for sure.
Will you be fucking quiet?
I'm just gonna stand in the way. He has to shoot me before it gets to the... Yeah. Ha! Take that, Hans. I stole your hair. Indeed. Got another one. That's our second now. Not sure how many we have to get in total, but... At least we got 2 already. Bit higher. It's difficult aiming here. Ah, cool. So that's 3. Gotcha. Jesus, that's a lot of meat. Wonder if I can sell all of it, because that could be a really good source of income. Getting that much meat out of... out of one hair. Okay, did the quest actually update here? No, I still have to keep on hunting. Well, it seems like we definitely got a lot of the ones that were in the area. That's another one. Oh yeah, another hit. This definitely feels a lot like the no-hut aiming in, you know, my no-hut playthroughs that I've done. When you don't have access to, you know, heretical. Okay, so how many more hairs then? Might just be like a time-based quest, is it? Okay. Go back to the camp. Fair enough. No worries, Descender. You haven't really tried alchemy yet. At least not that I can recall. The only thing even remotely alchemical was me cooking, I guess. I was like putting some food in a pot. But yeah, beyond that, nothing yet. Ah, I gotcha. So another mechanic that, you know, requires like a lot of perseverance, I guess.
How did the hunt go for you, sir? I did quite well. Look.
Why do you ask? You were right on my arse the whole time. Not bad, though. Quite good, actually. For a common blacksmith's boy.
Shouldn't there be some reward for the victor?
Jesus, the insolence. A serf asking his lord for coin. But never let it be said I'm a pinch purse. Very well, then.
Your serf humbly thanks you, my lord.
And now come along. Let's go and hunt some real game.
100 groschen. Not bad.
Henry, mount up and let's go hunting.
Sure. Just go straight into the fire and then walk backwards to your horse. Like a normal human does. This game. So freaking funny. Really polished. There was a quest that had 3 different ways you could complete it. One required money you didn't have, the other required an amount of charisma you didn't have, and the other was to make like 30 potions. Guess which one you had to do? Jesus. But hey, it's a very liberating game, isn't it? It doesn't force you to do anything, you can make your own path. And I guess you just chose to have to do the 30 potions. Totally was your own choice. Or you make my own path, Liam. The map is actually a lot smaller than I thought it would be. Which isn't a bad thing. A normal human interaction. That's immersion right there. Thank you for clipping that moment, listener. I have a feeling we're gonna have plenty of those moments in this game.
See here, a wallow, and it's been freshly rooted. There'll be boar somewhere nearby, so just like last time, slow and quiet, whatever you do. Understand? Or watch out for them from the top of that mound there.
Ah, Jesus, now it's like walking everywhere backwards or what?
You want to take him down with an arrow? Certainly. Why wouldn't I? You won't kill him like that. Boar is hunted with spears. Is that so? So now all of a sudden you're a master huntsman, are you? Watch and learn.
Did you see that? Damn, I'm good. Quiet. So, next time you try to tell me I can't kill a boar with an arrow, you can... Fuck. After him. Fetch. Mount up, Henry. We're gonna chase down that swine.
Ah, now I can go on the horse, huh? Bitch, please. Or not? He said mount up. I don't have a horse. Good joke, Hans. Mount up. Yeah. Imagine if a sword rolled backwards too. That'd be really freaking funny, actually. And then also there would like sprint or gallop backwards as well. They call it the moon sprint. A very difficult technique to pull off. What the heck? How fast did he get himself into trouble? Beaten up and also like tied up. In like 2 minutes. Yeah, we don't even need the backstory there. We know what to expect from Hans. Tied his hands. Nice one, Rod. That's an odd long loading screen here. Wonder if the game is just like stuck now. Kind of a missed opportunity to have like a bug or glitch counter for this game since the start of the playthrough. Like today alone we could have added at least 5 to 10. So I reckon what happens now is I have to restart the game and then I just lose all my progress from, you know, like the last save point, which I'm not sure when it was or when it would be. I reckon when the cutscene stops after he shot the boar. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking as well, probably at that point. Which wouldn't be that bad, but still kinda annoying. But yeah, I wanted to call it kind of like after this quest either way, so... If I have to restart the game, then I'm probably just quitting it here. But yeah, I don't think anything is happening. I can also try like pressing A or start, but that won't make this go by faster either. So yeah, I think it's a force quit. I'm just gonna restart the game though, just to check where the last save is gonna be. So if it actually saves where we just have been, then I will keep on going, but if it make me redo some stuff, then probably not. But yeah, let's restart and see. That's true. Yeah, he should definitely not moonwalk anymore. What the fuck happened to the warhorse animation? Just went completely black. It's supposed to be like a white screen with like black ink, and then transitioning to that symbol you saw at the end. Or even the introduction logos are glitching out. But at least that's representative. Yeah, so we're from back here. He was like over there. Okay, fuck it. Let's move again. Would also be good to know if that's like an issue that will, you know, occur again. Because if that's the case, then at least I know I have to fix that until the next stream. You know, should the loading not or get stuck again, like it did.
Just you wait, you donkey's arse. I'll have you yet.
Okay, now of course I have to go into battle. Yeah, what the fuck?
Pijama high man. Mega. Was ist denn nicht? Move on, took them fight. Yeah.
No mercy kill for you. You're getting just slashed. Okay, I actually got some pretty good items here. Padded coil. Or coif. Ah, there's also a new item piece that I haven't gotten before. The male coif. Also a new helmet. We can just straight up look like a human. I wonder how people take to that. Yeah, it's like I'm just gonna cosplay as the enemy now. No one else has given me any armor. But they have a bit too much weight now, so... Better drop something here. I'm just gonna draw this one, I think. Now.
Henry! Henry! Over there!
Okay. More guys, is it? Okay, never mind. He wants or doesn't want to attack us.
I'll have a bronze bust made of you, my friend. But where have you been till now?
Oh, you know, I was picking berries, had a drink of wine, took a little nap.
You lunatic! They almost had me roasting on a spit.
I'd say it looked more like they were about to take your maidenhood.
Now look here, dung grubber. Is that any way to speak to a nobleman?
Ah, come on, it's just a bit of banter. That's cool, they add something to show in first person that Henry is wearing a helmet that limits his vision. Absolutely, yeah. In general, like, also when you're having a shield and you use a shield to block in advance, it also severely limits your, you know, line of sight on the side of a shield, which is also a cool detail. You know, yeah, you're definitely shielding your, you know, head better, but it also comes with a disadvantage of, like, not seeing quite as much. Either.
A nobleman with crushed balls, friend.
Now you're playing with fire, boy. I could have you in the pillory for that, and then with my own two hands, I'd crush your balls.
That wound doesn't look good, Sir Hans.
You're right. Those cumin swine roughed me up a bit. And my damned horse has bolted. You'll have to get me home somehow.
The sooner we get out of here, the better. Who knows how many bandits are creeping around here.
Let's go then. I've had quite enough excitement already.
Yeah, he's just casually, you know, standing inside the rope with his head.
It's Lord Capon! Get here, everybody! You, help him!
How's it possible, Ratsy? Those bastards make so bold no more than a mile from the castle. We'll have to send out more patrols.
That won't do us any good, Hanush. Even if we had 10 times the men, we couldn't beat through every thicket in the fiefdom.
You sent for me, sir?
Come in.
I don't know how to thank you, Henry. If it wasn't for you, Hans would be dead. And to think I sent you out with him as a punishment.
I was only doing my duty, sir.
Don't be so modest, young Henry. You showed not only courage, but loyalty to your liege. That's why I'm taking you into my personal service.
Sir, thank you, sir.
Well, let's celebrate your promotion and Sir Hans's recovery. Well, don't just stand there, lad. Pour us a drink.
But I also want a drink.
I'm sorry to interrupt, sir, but I've urgent tidings.
What now?
A stable boy came from Neuhof. He says brigands raided the stud farm this morning. There's many dead or maimed.
Tell us exactly what happened.
I'm not sure. The boy was so shook up he could barely speak. He said the bandits murdered for the joy of it. I'm sorry, sir. Your vassal Smill is dead.
Who did this? Who were they?
We don't know, sir. The stable boy just kept babbling about some huge fellow in black armor who led the attack.
Take as many men as you need, and don't stop until you've found those bastards. And bring me their heads!
Yes, sir.
My men at your disposal too, Hanush.
Thank you, friend.
Sir, let me ride with them.
He's full of piss and vinegar, isn't he?
Their leader, he must be the one who attacked me at Skalitz. There can't be 2 men in the whole kingdom who look like that.
You think he might still have my sword? No doubt you could use another swordsman, Captain.
As you command, my lord.
How soon can you leave, Bernard?
Soon as the men are ready, sir.
Good. Wait in the courtyard for Henry. And, give him a horse.
His own mount?
His reward for saving Sir Hans. He'll need it.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Well, go! I want these culprits in the hands of the executioner as soon as possible.
I won't let you down, sir.
Fuck yeah. Got our own horse. Kage. Wonder if I can actually name the horse. What's with you? You know, I'm just standing here, minding my own business. Maybe you should also mind your own. Do I get a pay rise? Well, maybe not, but we got a horse, so that's definitely worth something. I wasn't expecting a horse anytime soon, to be honest, so... What? Huh? Why? What have I done?
Gotcha. And now I'll fix you good and proper. You'll soon learn what justice means. You should have thought twice about what you were doing. That will land you a fat fine.
Are you fucking kidding me? What have I done? Is it actually because I'm wearing a human armor?
Who's there?
Like, that's the only reason I could understand why they're attacking me. And I wouldn't even blame them if they attack me if I'm wearing like a freaking human armor, but at least like talk to me or like give me like an explanation what I've done. Yeah, woo, horse achieved. Danger behind every corner. Yeah, this game in a nutshell. Yeah, I guess I'm just gonna pay. Or could try to like talk ourselves out of this again, but I doubt it's gonna work.
Just my luck.
Yeah, of course it failed.
Look, I can't tell you anymore. The fate of the whole empire hangs in the balance.
Yeah, we did so. Oh.
Well, I never.
Okay, just gonna pay it then.
Here's your coin then.
What's going on there?
You've paid for your crimes. I hope you've learnt your lesson.
And it's like, hey, you're still wearing that shit. I still have no idea what I've done exactly, but whatever. Yeah, I am really confused as well, listener. It's like, what happened? Why? Alright, but this seems like a good starting point for the next stream here. Now, the last save was 2 minutes ago. So we don't have to save manually here. But to be fair, we'll probably just get thrown into the sedation again, so I'm just gonna save and quit here, I guess. Because yeah, that's all we're gonna be doing for today's stream of Kingdom Come Deliverance. But yeah, we got some good stuff done, you know. We learned the Master Strike and finished the sword fighting tutorial, so that's good. And yeah, we also have the next main story with Sir Hans, unlock the horse. Which definitely, you know, I would say are 2 major things to unlock here early on. So, yeah. Getting the story rolling here. Every husband thinks the same when their wife is mad at them. What have I done? It's like, I don't understand. No. No worries whatsoever, Rod. Thank you for being here and for joining. I hope you have a good rest of your night and a good rest as well. That's true, listener. You know, it might, you know, not get me into that position again. But yeah, I figured I'm just gonna pay the 30 now and not bother with it anymore. Should it happen again. But yeah, it probably would have been smarter just to like let that save, you know, be the next one to access. No worries of the stream. Thank you for being here as well, Lucinda. Hope you have a good rest of your Sunday. No worries, Oliver. Catch you next time and have a good rest of your Sunday too.
Here's the tomb of Osiris, motionless, motionless like Osiris, motionless, his limbs like Osiris.
It is time to become motionless, like Osiris. Before we go and raid out, I want to give some shoutouts to Lucinda. Lucinda has been playing The Last of Us Part 2 Remastered, which has just been released a few days ago. And she's gonna play through the game with a narrative focus in this month. Rod, who's been playing Ghost of Tsushima in Kurosawa mode, which you know, enables the unique Kurosawa filter in black and white, but also Japanese language, and is doing a 100% run with that game. Chilla, who's been playing AC Revelations, he's also doing a 100% run, and has been starting his playthrough of that today. He's playing also through the entire AC series. And also Amne Bearsut, who has been playing The Evil Within. He's a crazy dude, because he's playing through the game not only on the hardest difficulty, which is Akumo, but he's also doing speedruns on top of it. So if you want to check out that, have a look at Amne Bearsut's channel. And also check out Ronnie. Ronnie has been also playing Ghost of Tsushima. He's a big fan of immersive and cinematic games, like Rockstar games, for instance, with Red Dead Redemption and GTA. So definitely check out Ronnie as well if you haven't yet. But you have hands. Now just need to meet a Christian and an Anderson. Ah yeah, Hans Christian Andersen. Pretty amazing writer, novelist of various fairy tales. Thank you, dude. I definitely will. We're gonna just have a chill evening. Gonna make some dinner soon and, you know, just enjoy the last bits of free time before start of the next week. And that's no worries for the shoutouts whatsoever. Thank you again, everyone, for being here. And yeah, we're gonna go and raid out to why don't we raid out to Necro? Totally unrelated to anyone in chat. Gonna raid out to Necro. Necro's playing some Resident Evil Village. Is it his first time playing for the game? I know he's been playing like some of the Resident Evil games for the first time. Thank you for posting the raid emotes there as well in chat. So yeah, if you wanna come along with a raid, feel free to copy and paste those raid emotes. We got one for non-subs and one for subscribers. So feel free to grab the one that you know, suits you. And yeah, I'll be back at the latest on Wednesday. And yeah, then we're gonna carry on. We're gonna grab our horse and join the front line. Which probably won't go too well, I reckon, because at this point Henry really isn't all that proficient with his sword yet. But yeah, it's gonna continue at the latest by Wednesday. So until then, I hope everyone has a good rest of their weekend, and hope you also have a good start into the next week. Hope it all goes well, and yeah, I'll catch you next time. Until then. You too, Schiller. Have a good evening,